So, Jonna, for the purposes of today, you are a defense attorney. So you tell me why this is, should he have been charged at all, Kyle Rittenhouse?
Well, the optics are not very favorable. If you knew the story without listening to the context in which it was in, he was not going to escape getting charged, especially when you look at what was going on in the country during that time. And, in the era of George Floyd and the things that happened just prior and just after, there was no way that optically a prosecutor was not going to charge him. So here we are in trial. And the real question is, what is this now 18-year-old, then 17-year-old boy going to get convicted of, if anything? And when you tell the whole story, when you get into this kid's mind, because that's going to be crucial in determining whether his actions were reasonable, and that is the legal jargon that is going to be applied, that's what the jury is going to have to sit with. And it's interesting for a number of reasons, because I don't know if any of those jurors are 18 years old. I believe they're older. They're really going to have to put themselves in a place where the three of us can sit here and say, man, that was dumb for him to go to Wisconsin and engage in this and try to save somebody's business and protect somebody. Like, stay home. We would say that. Now, are the jurors going to be able to get past that as well and say, okay, well, he didn't, but he doesn't deserve to be charged with these homicides because he truly was protecting himself.
Intentional homicide, first degree, Arthur. That's thanks to Keith Ellison, this far left political operative who was in the House of Representatives, and now he is the AG out there, who decided to up the charge. He wanted to up the charge against Kyle Rittenhouse, and also is trying. Wait a minute. I might be confusing my two prosecutors, so that's Kim Potter. That's the case we're doing next. He stepped in that case to try to up the charge against a cop. Anyway, this one's first degree intentional homicide, which was the result of pressure by the families in this case as well. They wanted him charged with exactly this. They think this is murder, and he's also been charged with reckless homicide as well, which is a lesser charge. But you tell me whether showing up stupidly can lead to an intentional homicide, even if the cameras show us in the moment it was self-defense.
So to answer the question you asked, yes, even showing up even stupidly, it can lead to that charge. When a call goes out over Facebook that we need some help from law enforcement, if that was accurate, I don't think they're looking for a 17-year-old kid who has no military training, no law enforcement training, with a weapon of mass destruction running out into a crowd of people. They may have been looking for retired police officers, off-duty correction officers, off-duty court officers who have training, military people. So it's beyond stupid. It is a degree of recklessness, criminal negligence that rises to a crime. But just the fact that he's out, first of all, he's charged with being in possession of the weapon and being underage. He's 100% guilty of that. So we know we're going to hear at least one guilty. There's no way to get out of that.
That makes sense.
The self-defense statute in Wisconsin, it's the same as the one I live with here in New York, is it has to be equal force. You can only use deadly force to meet deadly force. And look, if someone's coming at you with a skateboard, what Jonna said is accurate. It's reasonable. If it happens to be a football player who's 280 pounds and 6'4", and one whack of the skateboard is going to kill you, then you may be able to be justified to shoot them. But if you're on the floor and a guy hits you once with a skateboard trying to take away your semi-automatic rifle, then a jury's going to have to make a decision. Was it reasonable to kill that person, and to kill the person before that, and to try to kill the person after that? You got almost 3 deaths here that I don't think this jury is going to say, oh, no, that was fine.